Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me for the last in the tutorial series on dealing with back pain through yoga, Pilates, restorative yoga techniques. And today I'm actually going to involve a little pranayama technique. So these yogic breathing techniques, it sounds scarier than it is. It's a lot more simple than it sounds as well. So at the end of the practice we're going to come into a seated position and I'm going to talk you through a really common breathing technique which really helps to relax the nervous system. This is a key part of dealing with back pain, I think, is a lot of this sort of this mind-body connection, which is why I've involved a lot of restorative yoga techniques in what we've been doing. These breathing techniques and working with the breath is such an important way to ease the nervous system and to bring more space into the body and space into the mind and to work towards this kind of healing process with the back. So first of all, we're going to come into Pilates exercise. This is technically yoga Pilates crossover exercise because you get it in both, but it's great for working on the core stability, engaging and strengthening the glutes, and working on strengthening the arm. It's kind of like an all-in-one pose. So we're going to have tuck the feet back, have the knees together, and then we're going to have the hand a little bit further forward than underneath the shoulder. So we want a little bit of space because the body is going to come through, and you'll be in one nice flat plane. So making sure that the feet are tucked back, we've got the knees glued, inner thighs engaged, spreading the palms, so it's really spreading the fingers and thumbs there. And if you've got any wrist problems or this feels too intense, you can come down and do this on your forearm as well. Really nice alternative there. So otherwise, taking a breath in and coming up, reaching up as if you're reaching up for a rope and slightly tucking the pelvis under, so we're really lengthening the spine. So we're taking the tailbone towards the knees and this lengthening, lovely flat plane through the whole of the body, either looking forward with the neck or looking up. Breathing into it, feeling the core working really strongly for us here. Shoulders away from the ears, feeling the work in the arms, as if you've got a rope pulling you up to the ceiling. Keep breathing with that. Really key exercise for strengthening into the spine. This one really effective, working the deep core muscles. And then lowering down. Good. And taking it to the other side. So we're going to take the feet round to the other side. Again, tucking the feet back, knees together, engaging thighs, hand a little bit further forward than underneath the shoulder. And then inhale, sweeping the other arm up. So we've got one arm kind of above the other arm. So we're in a T position with the arms, either looking up or looking forward, but keeping this length in the back of the neck. And that slight tuck under the pelvis, so bringing the pelvis forward without overarching into the spine. So this lengthening action in the lower back. Breathing into the spine, lifting, feeling the core engage. Also really good strengthening exercise for the lats, the side here. Breathing into it, so all really supportive for the spine. Take another couple of breaths. And then lowering down. Good, so feel free to repeat that if you like. Otherwise, coming to lie onto your back, we're going to work into a hamstring stretch. Now, I'm going to use a yoga strap for this, but you can use anything around the house. You can use a belt or a scarf, even works pretty well, like a scarf that you can that's not too stretchy, basically. So lying onto your back, if you need a head cushion, or you can always pop a hand towel underneath the head for support. And bringing the right knee into the chest, just popping the strap or the belt, whatever you've got, over the ball of the foot. And then extending this leg up. You might need to slightly bend the knee, that's fine if you're very tight in the hamstrings. Just starting by bouncing this leg a little bit towards the back of the room, whilst trying to keep the pelvis stable. So we're trying to keep the sacrum kind of grounded into the floor. This idea that the thigh bone, the right thigh bone, is going down into the floor as we're pushing out through the heel. Breathing into the whole back of the leg there. And then holding it at your deepest point of stretch, maybe opening into the back of the kneecap a little bit more. Breathing into that stretch there. Noticing what the foot does as well, really interesting. So if the foot sickles in, it tends to tell us a little bit about how we walk, and if we put more weight on one side of the foot than the other. So making sure you're pushing up through the whole of the foot. Maybe softening a little bit deeper with time, with breathing into the back of the leg. and then just bending the knees slightly. And we're going to place the strap over the other foot, so place that foot down, other foot up to the ceiling. And again, pushing up through the heel, breathing into the back of that leg and opening into the back of the kneecap. Pushing up through the heel, toes coming towards us. Making sure the elbows are down onto the floor as well, so we're not creating too much pressure in the upper body, in the chest and the shoulders. We don't want to be gripping too much here with the upper body and the arms and hands to be as relaxed as possible. We want the straps to do most of the work. Grounding down, maybe bouncing this foot a little bit to and fro. Making sure that the pelvis is staying grounded. Do feel free to bend this left knee if you need to a little bit, that's fine. And you always have the option as well of extending the other leg along on the floor if you're very flexible. So it's totally up to you. Listen to the body, feel which feels right, sort of better for the leg. We want to be predominantly feeling it here. And then holding your deepest point of stretch, breathing into it. Maybe taking the toes a little bit more behind us, but not losing that grounding action of the thigh going down and softening into this. So often we tense up and hold the breath when we have really tough poses. I want you to try and breathe through it. So really stay as relaxed as possible around this tension we're creating in the leg. Breathing into the belly. Great. And then bending the knee, popping the strap to one side. And then we're going to come up into a seated position for the last part of the tutorial. So grab whatever you need to sit on comfortably. So sitting cross-legged, if that's comfortable for you. You can sit up onto a chair, that's totally fine. So if you need a little bit of support underneath the bum, you can use a cushion to sit on. You can use a bolster, all sorts of options here. It's quite nice to sit on something and feel that elevation of the hips. So we want to feel that we lift up out of the hips rather than round into the lower spine. So a nice tall spine. Resting the hands wherever comfortable. Rolling the shoulders back, chest open, and feeling this length up through the crown of the head. So as we gently close our eyes and start to soften into the seated posture, feel as if you've got a bunch of balloons drawing you up to the ceiling, and at the same time we're grounding down into the floor through the sit bones. So this lovely lengthening action, breathing into the belly, relaxing the body. And we're going to practice the alternate nostril breathing, which is a pranayama, yoga breathing technique. So we're going to raise the right hand, place the first two fingers on the bridge of the nose. The thumb is just going to rest on the outside of the right nostril. The ring finger is going to rest on the outside of the left nostril. And then we're just going to gently close off the right nostril. Going to breathe in nice and slow and smoothly in through the left nostril. Filling the lungs. We're going to then close the left nostril with a ring finger and breathe out through the right nostril, nice and slowly and smoothly, trying to keep the inhale and exhale roughly the same length. We're going to breathe in through the right nostril. We're going to close off the right and we're going to breathe out through the left, nice and slowly and smoothly, keeping the shoulders relaxed, face relaxed. And we're going to breathe in through the left. Filling the lungs, closing off the left, breathing out through the right. Breathing in through the right, closing off the right nostril, breathing out through the left. Breathing in through the left, closing off the left nostril, breathing out through the right. Breathing in through the right, closing off the right nostril, breathing out through the left. Breathing in through the left nostril, closing it off, breathing out through the right. Breathing in through the right, closing it off, breathing out through the left. And once you've finished, That exhale, placing the right hand back down on the right thigh. Breathing nice and slowly, smoothly, deeply in through both nostrils and out through both nostrils, keeping the eyes closed. Settling the breath. And when you're ready, just gently opening the eyes. Thank you so much. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for this 5-part series. It's been really, really great to share some of the ideas with you that I'll be working with people during the summer course that I'm running in Fulham and St Margaret's near Twickenham this August. So 6-week course, we've got a few spaces left, so do sign up. You can sign up at the website, that's yogalatesLondon.com/summer-course. If you've got any questions or anything you want to ask me, or you want to chat about the course, do feel free to pop me an email or a message via the website, or leave a comment here. And yeah, I really enjoyed this, so thank you so much, and I hope to see you guys soon. Take care.